Did you know that shadows have color? I know, it sounds crazy, but hear me out. When ambient light is present, the shadow cast by a light source is the complementary color of that light source. The ambient light fills the shadows, and the block direct colorful light creates a contrasting color effect. Take this soccer ball, for example. With a pure white light, the shadow appears black. But when we change the temperature of this light and introduce ambient lighting, the shadow becomes blue. Wait, hold up, how does light have a temperature? You might be asking yourself. To quickly explain, light color temperature, measured in Kelvin, is based on the concept of black body radiation. This theoretical object is a material that absorbs all incident light, and when it is heated, it produces different colors depending on the temperature. It's the same principle of how metal changes color as it heats up. First red, then yellow, then blue, which, if you notice, are the three primary colors. The other colors, such as pink and green, come from mixing these primary colors. Despite the primary colors being red, yellow, blue, we often use red, green, blue as our base colors. More on this later. To put this all into more simple terms, light temperature is how warm or cool a light is, and a cooler light is a hotter temperature than a warm light. I know, it makes no sense. So now, when we change the temperature of this light, the shadow becomes blue, the complementary color of yellow. Green casts magenta shadows, orange creates teal, and red creates cyan. Now you might be scratching your head. Since all your life you've heard that red and green are complementary colors, or that blue and orange are, not blue and yellow. The reason for this discrepancy refers back to what color system you are using. RYB is the traditional artistic color theory that uses subtractive mixing, whereas RGB is a model that is based on light mixing. So when lights of different wavelengths overlap, they add together to create new colors. Before we continue, check out this cool effect I noticed while filming for this part. When I had different color lights shining on one object, two shadows are cast of each light's complementary color. How cool! Another aspect to this is related to the cones in your eyes being overworked by a particular color. For example, let's take a room and we'll put someone in there. And let's just say they're painting. Now, we remove all the light in the room and turn on a red light. Being in this pure red light for some time causes the red cones in your eyes to become less responsive, or fatigued. When you return to a neutral light setting, your brain interprets this as a cyan after image, due to the blue and green cones mixing while the red cones recover. Now, honestly, all this is kind of hard to wrap your head around. I don't even fully understand it myself. But that's why we're artists and not scientists. You don't need to know everything about this on a molecular level to understand it enough to paint it. And that's what I'm gonna do. Taking this very classical scene here of an apple with a colorful light on it and ambient lighting around, you can see how if I make this shadow black versus the complementary color, how much more natural and realistic it looks using the complementary color. It is important to note that this isn't always the case. There are a lot of other factors that influence the color of a shadow. such as the light reflecting off surfaces. Like with the apple here, you can see the shadow of the book is blue, but in this little spot here, it's actually more red because the light is bouncing off the red apple and reflecting into the shadows. This complementary shadow effect is such a cool thing that once you understand it, you'll begin to see it everywhere, especially at night. Made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two. I know I did when researching all this for the video. It's amazing what is hiding in plain sight sometimes. Give this complementary shadow thing a try in your next artwork, and leave a comment below of how it went. Thanks again for watching, subscribe to the channel, and have a good one. Peace.